we go. I do believe we're live again. So I'll say indeed and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. There is a mosquito lurking out here somewhere. Not very novel, I know, but it is something that actively challenges me to change the way I potentially react to things. Isn't that right? That small little doggo just devoured my hands just before stream. Yeah, the original Pipperkeys. And then there's a other baby doger in the background too. Kobe himself trying to bite his own tail, as you do. The favorite pastime. That and of course destroy thing. That's also fun. He's trying to get Pippi. Spill it, Pippi. Spill it. Yeah. Spill. Spill. There we go. Playfulness has been initiated. Bite face. The playfulness has been initiated. Pippi is bumping him with her butt. Yeah, it's been a blessing. Today's stream topic did technically start with me considering comfort because I was watching one of our cats just like sprawled out on the couch, and I was like, he looks so comfortable, you know. He looks very comfortable. And then I was thinking to myself, what can I make as today's stream topic? And comfort felt like it would be limited really quickly. And then I thought novelty, because novelty is definitely something we're experiencing more of now more than ever. Rapid instances of novelty right in front of our eyeballs. We're learning a lot. And maybe we're supposed to be entertained by it. Yeah. Pippi keeps pushing the other dog into the well. Kobe. Pippi and Kobe. Yeah. 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 It's been a true blessing of novelty seeing the difference in reaction. Like Pippi either absolutely hates Kobe, like he refuses him getting close to her, or it's this kind of interaction. Novelty always. Okay. The little bell you hear will still be shenanigans in the background. Don't you want to go in shenanigans on that side? You want to go in shenanigans a little bit further away? Your shenanigans is very distracting. How am I supposed to focus with all of the shenanigans? I got little pests too. Pepe is just keeping him at arm's length. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. Back in the well. Let's see if she pushes him back into the wall again. And back into the wall. Like she keeps getting the high ground. What a world we live in, right? That is to me at least some kind of extreme novelty generator, right? It's the same bite phase, same game, but who's winning now? Who's winning now? Who's winning? Who's winning? Who's winning? Who's winning this fight? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Who's winning? Oh wow, you pinned. Oh, he's winning now. Oh, I can't believe it. Can't believe he's been winning. No way. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'm just supposed to be contented with this. This is my new reality. Doggo's playing bite face. There's no other game to play. Only bite face. You're being so absurd. Yeah. Create more distance. Boom. Here we can see the doggos on the farm doing as doggo do. Shenanigans. What can we learn from these wise specimens and their ways of shenanigans? We can learn the art of enjoyment, even in the partition, even in the participation of a repetitive task. The presence we can have in pushing our face against another, giving them some bites. Pippy is getting a little bit. You see, yo, you're chasing him away, huh? Oh, he's coming back. He's coming back for revenge. I think Pippi is trying to let him know that she might. No, maybe not. Maybe there's more playing to be had still. I am so distracted. How are you supposed to focus with such insanity going on right beside your face? Is there any focus? Okay. Hey, is that Uncle Becky too? Look at that beautiful pup. Sending love to your friends. Bro, I don't know if you're still here, but I was talking about you just like 2 days ago. Love to you, man. Love watching a little bite face of my coffee is good. I think the bite phase has now concluded. Pippi is victor. Well done, Pippi. Come here. Well done. Yeah, that's Moy. You're so sweetie. You're so cute. Thank you for giving us a show. Was there more show to be had? Was that more show? Round two of bite phase commences. I'm here. Let's draw. Hope things are well at home. Hope the animals are healthy and happy. And that includes you and your own. Sending you so many blessings, bro. Like I had like a whole thing about futures and trajectories and the way things could have been, and Arpan has to come up as a part of that conversation. It's interesting how much has changed. It's interesting to see the novelty that is our actively unfolding experience. Right? The novelty doesn't just mean the good and the nice. Doesn't just mean the bad and the terrible. It's the in-betweeners as well. It's not going to be boring at the very least. These things are There we go. Yeah, create some space. There we go. Yeah. So much absurdity. How does one focus? How does one focus? Right up against it. You know what? I know how to focus in an experience like this. And I feel the universe is going to accommodate me even in it a little bit. So you take a moment to just breathe. You meditate. I think about you a lot, friend. Think about you a lot too, bro. Taking deep breaths. Do you want to join me for a little bit of a meditation? Maybe we can meditate for some good in the world. Today's stream topic has been about novelty, about how the universe tends towards maximum novelty. And then, as a part of that conversation, we talked about money and how it changes, how money has been many novel things. We didn't say it directly, but money has been shells, and money has been coins with people's faces on them, and money has been little glass beads that were hard to make in certain places. Money has been many things, and it's changing again. And if we think about the changes that have come with the changing of our money, then we can imagine a future going forward where that changes, rings true as well. Money is an idea that is accepted. Money as an idea, and what makes it acceptable is that I might have little flowers, right? I don't know if you have seen this actually. Let me show you, Uncle Becky. Making my art pieces, I found a place that I can turn my pieces of art into stickers like these. Right? And I still have a few of these left. And to myself, I paid about, I think, 23 cents per flower. It's around that number. Right? And I would like to sell them, for example, for $1. So in my mind, I think these flowers are worth $1. But the only way for them to be worth that dollar is for me to find the person that also believes that flower is worth $1. Right? Where if I could, if the notion would be accepted, I could just turn every 23 cents I have into $1 like that, right? Suddenly I triple my money. Would be nice, would be very great, Suddenly I could afford things I can't afford right now. However, the agreement is kind of where we have to come in, right? The idea that we have to accept. And money has that as its currency, right? Is that both of us accept that money can buy us something that we want. If you want one of my flowers or not, you get to decide with $1 whether you purchase it or you don't. All right. And you can also potentially purchase a banana or a piece of candy or a coffee. I don't know what the coffee costs anymore, especially not in America. Right? You can do something with that money. And that's basically why money became a pervasive theory in our species, is because it gave us a means of exchange. We don't get money for its own sake. We don't accept money for its own sake. If we were working and we got money and the only thing that we got was the actual number reflecting in our bank account or the actual pieces of paper, and we could do absolutely nothing with it, it would suddenly lose its value. And it's as you said, it's because it is accepted on the other side of the transaction that the other person also wants this thing that we call money, that it is such a pervasive theory. In that way, it's not just a hallucination, right? It is a current means of exchange. It's our current means of exchange. What ended up happening is that this idea of money that we have right now is attached to a system. Let's say it in so many words. And that system has resource allocation in a way that might not necessarily be fair on one hand, and also have inflation attached to it on the other, where you can make more of that money supply in that way by a percentage every year, devaluing the currency of other people, right? Of the people that potentially are holding those actual banknotes, for example, right? And I feel like that's the thing that more and more people are starting to become more aware of. And it's almost like something that is accepted about our current money system. It's like, yeah, that's how it is. That's how it is, and that's how it's been for a very long time. And that's probably how it's going to continue being. And we're now changing our acceptance rates, right? And that changing acceptance rate is reflecting again in novelty. One of the things we also discussed in the previous stream is how the future and the technology we have right now gives us access to generate novelty in a way that we would never have had if not for our technology, right? And let's use Uncle Becky as a perspective on that. Uncle Becky changed my life, right? With his wisdom, with his calm demeanor, with his window into a world somewhere in Texas where people are taking care of their animals, and taking care of each other and showing up for one another as a community, right? And that was possible with a SIM card and a cell phone. I remember that's what you streamed on, right, Uncle Becky? And the fact that that's possible is incredible, right? It's actually incredible because some person in South Africa got to meet someone all the way in America because of this, let's call it decentralized system, right? If there was only one person deciding whether or not, and that's in a way where we got burned, right? The reason we got burned by Reddit is because it was a centralized system, right? There was one entity that could make the decision. This thing is now dead, and then it pulled the plug, and none of us could do anything about that, right? And now we are like being given all of these instances where it's becoming apparent to us that we need some sort of change. We need some sort of distributed ledger, some sort of decoupling of the power from just a few people's hands. Like there's still going to be a collection of power in a few people's hands. Unfortunately, that's the way it will always be, at least in the current system we're living in, because it's a matter of charisma, even as well. Never mind even money. Being able to convince people to do things is powerful, right? And now we're entering an age of creating robots where it's going to be like people, but better in the way it's like giving them instructions, which is very crazy and has large, wide ranging implications for how the future is going to continue changing as we enter, this next this next stage of our evolution, to say it in so many words. And again, it's going to bring alongside it a lot of novelty. All right. I am one person that got to experience Uncle Becky's live streams. Uncle Becky would average like a lot. I don't know if it was averaging, but he would consistently, I think that's a better word, hit like 600, 800,000 views on a live stream. Right. So, like, millions upon millions of people got to see into Uncle Becky's world. That novelty got created in their worlds, right? They got to have an experience they wouldn't have had otherwise. And it's very unfortunate that that centralized system kept all of the value that was garnered, right? Because that is still something of so much value. And because it's not something that we as the people controlled, it got taken away from us, right? And it's becoming apparent to us that we want a different way. It's happening slowly but surely, and then it will happen all at once. What a wonderful rest of the day, everyone. Love you, Nancy. I'm going to do some quiet time. and that will be good. I wanted to take a moment of quiet as well, Nancy, just before. The worth of a dollar is not in its paper or coin, but in the collective belief that it holds value. Proof that the most powerful currency in the world is trust in an idea. Yeah. Zano, it's nice having you here too. It's true what you're saying, Uncle Becky. And more people are now moving their currency into the US dollar than ever as well. Like there's a like US dollar dominance is at an all-time high, I believe, or something. The dollar is rallying, it's strengthening right now. Right? More and more countries are putting some of their capital reserves, their fiat reserves, into the US dollar, kind of like hedging their bets that the US economy is going to be performing well, at least in the short term. I think 2025 is going to be good for like the money on paper. And then all of that money is suddenly going to be pumped into physical reality. Some of it, like a large portion of it at least. And then we're going to like start the whole cycle all over again of the like, oh, things are so bad. Things are, look, things are down. Line is not going up infinitely fast and forever. And then line will keep going down. And then line will stabilize on a new low. A new high for lows, but a new low. And then line will steadily go up again. And then there will be again new change, new novelty, new reasons, new excitement, new everything. It is a little bit exhausting in that way as well. Right? And I feel being called to take some quiet time is like all you can do. Have a good day. Hope you do too. Zana, how are you doing, friend? I don't know if you want to let us know. Give us some insight into your world. Way! How dare ye? Just heard a mosquito buzz past my ears. I did cover my arms like this with this scarf to limit accessibility. I'm good, good. If a freaking mosquito bit my ear, bro, I'm gonna lose my mind. I think I just saw that mosquito that is stalking me land on that wall. Been playing lots of old video games. Ah, any video game in particular? You playing Spyro? Do let us know. Or are you playing like Skyrim? Like how old video games are you playing? I ran the analytics based on ad revenue and CRM. I would have generated if the structure was in place. $7 million was the answer I received. That was based on 1,000 broadcasts. Yeah, that sounds about right, Uncle Becky. I'm not surprised by that number. If you look at the, as you said, the CPM, the CRM, the amount of money you're making per 1,000 views or whatever, and the amount of views you got consistently, alongside Aunt B's account as well, streaming, like she would also sometimes get, hundreds of thousands. It's bonkers. It's actually bonkers. The one thing that kind of like bottlenecked it was the fact that there wasn't an actual ad system based, right? So there was no investors paying ad revenue to have their ads run in between our pan streams. Like that wasn't in place. And they also didn't really give creators like the reward money, right? I feel like that's also something that was a big fumble. Um, just imagine the rewards we got, bro. You'll see. Like if the rewards I got on all of my streams, if I could just like turn that into 50% dollar amount, like the RPAN days would have brought like thousands of dollars into my life as well. It is quite wild. Golden Eye, and Perfect Dark. Golden Eye, Yossi. Like I say Skyrim, and she's like, bro, You're being too modern. I feel like the original Skyrim and GoldenEye probably came out in the same era, but that's awesome. Perfect Dark, I don't know. Been playing Bomberman 1 and 2 on the SNES. All of you friends like going back to the old school games. That's awesome. It's a hard pill to swallow, but it showed me to be in control of your experience and expectations. Be ready for it all to change. Yeah. I feel like we all, like all of us during those days, Uncle Becky, had like a certain euphoria, right? Like a sense of surrealness. Like, if this keeps going the way it is, that's all they needed to do. That's the best part as well, Uncle Becky, is that we didn't even need a proper monetization system. We didn't even need payouts for the rewards, right? If they just didn't kill that platform and allowed us to continue doing what we're doing, just that alone would have been astronomical for our trajectories, right? And it is wild to me, as you said, how quickly things had to change. It was quite stark. I remember those last days. I was at Christian's place. Those last days of me being able to stream to Arpan. So wild. So much has been experienced. I stopped doing the YouTube shorts. It stopped being fun. Also, short form entertainment is cancer. Welcome. You have ascended. Why Zano? You have a bunch of smiling faces holding out hands. Yes, join us. We understand. That's why I believe we're gonna have to have help, Zano. Like, in order for that job to be done in a way that doesn't kill soul, we're gonna have to give soul to a machine, and the machine needs to do it. Not give the machine a soul, give our soul to the machine, and not in selling it, but in replicating it. All right, and then it could maybe do the editing for us. Like, we'll at most maybe need to have an active camera feed open, on our person, which is less cumbersome than setting up camera tripods and getting the angle right, and then etc. My mind is just getting like, oh, please. I'm sorry, Zano. I'm sorry that you had to learn this about this experience as well. I feel like that's something that isn't really well understood by anyone. Is that one, it's not easy, and two, it's not fun always, right? And the people that have made a success out of this form of content creation are very hardworking, right? And I don't know if I am hardworking enough to make a success of content the way some people have. However, I believe the content we make should be something we enjoy, as you said, Zano, right? Like, we should find love and figure out some way to share that love, to give that love to everyone else as well. And for me, the only way that I was really capable of doing that in a way that I felt I could do it every day was this, right? And from this, other things got birthed as well. And I feel it's almost like digging in the rough, trying to find what is your shiny thing, your gem. Love you, Zano. I'm so proud of you still for the amount of effort you put into that, and you did see incredible growth for the time that you spent as well. And that growth isn't gonna go away. Those skills aren't gonna go away. That those people, some of them might go away, but not all of them will go away. So you have now created that resource. The Zano fractal is now online and will stay so. And as the future continues to progress, there is still hope for that fractal as well. Played 4-player with my brother and son over the break. Super nostalgic. 4-player SNES. That's awesome. At least we got to experience it. It gave a look into what's possible when folks come together and believe. It's hard to know what you don't know. It's true. I feel like that, in a way, is such a beautiful way of almost explaining, why we are going to be the way we are forever, Uncle Becky. Like people might look at the thing that is I'm doing still here, and it did start with Arpan, technically. If it wasn't for Arpan, I would not have, absolutely not have, started to stream every single day if the only access to streaming I had was YouTube. No way, right? That wouldn't have even occurred to my mind, like not even for a second. But doing it with Arpan, that felt almost appropriate. It felt like, yeah, that makes sense. This is what I need to do. And in that way, it did change my whole world. This mosquito is trying to find. Stop it, bro. Leave me be, mosquito. Touching me. They're touching me. You can see them landing. They definitely found me. My carbon dioxide has given me away. Stop it, mosquito. So yeah, finishing off my point with we have been irreversibly changed, right? We have been shown something. We were almost shown something that's going to be the truth of our future, but it was like it was too early. It was too early for that truth to be here already, and as such, you know, we had to like scale it back just a little bit. The freaking mosquitoes are skizzing my brain. Yeah, long form is where it's at. I'm gonna upload more music covers. Nice. That's how you started, even. Zano. That's gonna be cool. I look forward to seeing those too. I'm gonna read this one saying, "I'm sick of watching short form destabilize everyone. It's so addicting. I'm addicted to it. It's so hard to kick it, and I didn't want to make more of the drug." Yeah, it's that getting stuck, right? That like, oh, maybe just the next one, maybe the next one, and then I'll be done. Okay, the next one, maybe this one I'm gonna watch this one and then I'm going to do something else. Okay, next one. Okay, this is the one that I'm gonna like watch something long form, because at least that's gonna be better for my brain, and I'm gonna at least experience something. Next one. All right, and almost like this reasoning with yourself that you're gonna stop using short form content. It sounds hectic when we say it like this, but that is very real. You're completely right about that too, Zano. I have to go. Love to you, Uncle Becky. Thank you for showing up ceaselessly. I appreciate you so much. And I appreciate all of you friends for showing up alongside me as well. We are going to finish this stream. We showed up so much. I feel this one wasn't as potentially informative as the previous one might have been. But I did enjoy it. I always enjoy these conversations with you, friends. I appreciate you for adding to the novelty of my life the way you have. And I anticipate and am excited for the novelty that I'll get to add to yours into the future. I love you, friends. And I'll see you again soon. Tomorrow. Goodbye for now. Cheers, dear friends.